Hare Krishna. I am Radha Mohini Mohan Das from the International Society for Krishna Consciousness ISKCON. Currently we are in Sri Sri Radha Ras Bihari Temple, Juhu. Our today's question for discussion is why God created humans. To understand this question, let us first understand what are human beings. See, there are 84 lakh species in this creation. Out of this 84 lakh species, only 4 lakh species are called human. So, human is just one of the species. Now, we should understand all these 84 lakh species, they are called Jiva. Jiva means it is combination of 3 important elements. First is the gross body element, second is the subtle body element, and third is the soul. The soul which is giving power or energy which is called consciousness to this entire gross body and subtle body. Till the time the soul is there in the body, the consciousness is spreading and the body is active. So ultimately we are soul, not this body. And the soul has come from the spiritual world which is called Sat Chit Anand, that is eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss. Now, to understand clearly why God created humans, we should understand why these Jiva are here, why the living entity, the soul is here, which is from the spiritual world. The spiritual world is Sat Chit Anand, the soul is Sat Chit Anand. There are innumerable, unlimited souls in the spiritual world, which is living happily in the spiritual world by following the rules and regulations of the spiritual world, which is to serve the Supreme Lord. Because the soul is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and the job of a part is to serve the whole. And each and every soul in the spiritual world is happy by serving the Lord. Now, there are few souls who want to serve Lord in different manner, for which the facilities are not there in the spiritual world. Now, those souls who want to serve or get served independently from the Lord, to fulfill their desire, this material world is created. Now, in the spiritual world, the souls tried to independently either serve the Supreme Lord or to fulfill their own sense gratification, or to be served by others. For those souls, God has created this material world, and their word 84 lakh ways the soul wanted to serve or enjoy independently. Therefore, 84 lakh species has been created, and the facility is in the material world, which is opposite to the spiritual world, Sat Chit Anand. The material world is Asat Achit Niranand. That means it is temporary, it is lacking complete knowledge, and everyone is not in bliss. It is Dukkhalayam. searching for happiness. So this material world is occupied by 84 lakh species. Among these 84 lakh species, 80 lakh species are meant for sense gratification, that is called bhog yonis, and the 4 lakh species, they are called humans and they have karma yoni. That means they can have Brahma Jigyasa, they can ask who they are, why they are here, who is God, what is our relationship with the God, and how we can go back to Godhead. So this is the responsibility of human species, human form of body. The human form of body is advanced compared to the other 80 lakh species like aquatics, reptiles, birds, beasts, trees, etc. So in the human form of body, we can ask questions, why are we suffering, and we can find out the way. So we should understand that God has created human being so that the soul can fulfill their desires. Along with that, in the human form of body, they get facility with the advanced body and intelligent mind, and with the knowledge from Sadhu Guru and Shastra, they can find the way how we can get liberated from the cycle of birth, old age, death and disease. So the human form of body is mainly for getting liberated from this material bondage, material creation, which is Asat Achit Niranand. But normally what we understand that this human form of body, the advanced body, the developed mind is for more sense gratification, so that we can enjoy our senses by exploiting this material world. And whenever we get some punishment, some karmas back because of our past accumulated karma, we get some suffering, that time we start questioning, oh my God, God is so cruel, why He created human beings? So in fact, that time our understanding is not complete. We feel that human form of body is for enjoyment, but this is not complete truth. All the living entities, the soul, were having desires. They are sent to this material world. We tried, we have enjoyed a lot in all the 80 lakh species, but this human form of body is meant for higher inquiries, higher intelligence, and to get liberated from this bondage. And the best way we can get liberated from this bondage is by following the principles of Bhakti Yoga. There are other means also like Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, but in this current Kali Yuga, modern Yuga, practicing Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Dhyan Yoga is very difficult. But the Bhakti Yoga is the simplest mean to get liberated and go back to Godhead, from where the soul has come, and engage in the constitutional position, that is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and to fulfill the desires by serving Supreme Lord. And the Bhakti Yoga teaches whatever the soul were doing in the spiritual world, same thing we can start practicing here in the material world, that is by serving the Supreme Lord. And we can serve Supreme Lord by many ways, but the simple ways are by Shravanam, that means hearing about the Lord, about the pastimes of the Lord and his devotees, by Kirtanam, by glorifying the Lord, the activities of Lord along with his devotees, his pastimes, that is called Kirtanam. Smaranam, contemplating, always thinking about Supreme Lord. Padasevanam, trying to serve God and God's representatives. Archanam and Vandanam, praying Lord and doing deity worship. Then we can serve as a Dasya and Sakya, that means as a humble servant or a surrendered friend. And the ninth way is Atmanivedanam, that is to surrender fully unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So with this discussion we understand that this why God created humans. Humans have created God to fulfill their desires, but the advantage of human form of body is by practicing Bhakti Yoga we can get liberated, we can go back to Godhead from where we came because of our mistakes. Hare Krishna.